a hard pill to swallow. A fact or situation that is difficult to accept or deal with. Losing his job was a hard pill to swallow, especially with a family to support. A hot potato. A controversial issue or situation that is awkward or unpleasant to deal with. The issue of climate change has become a real hot potato for politicians. A leopard can't change its spots. A person cannot change their basic character, especially a bad one. Don't expect him to suddenly become generous. A leopard can't change its spots. A long shot. Something that has a very small chance of happening or succeeding. It's a long shot, but we might still win the lottery. A penny for your thoughts. A way of asking what someone is thinking, especially when they are being quiet. You seem deep in thought. A penny for your thoughts? A sight for sore eyes. A person or thing that one is very glad to see. After a long hike, that cold drink was a sight for sore eyes. A snowball's chance in hell. No chance at all. He has a snowball's chance in hell of winning the election with his current polling numbers. A thorn in someone's side. A person or thing that continuously annoys or troubles someone. His constant complaining is a real thorn in my side. A wolf in sheep's clothing. A person who appears friendly or harmless but is in fact hostile or dangerous. Be careful of him, he seems nice, but he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Against the grain. Contrary to the prevailing trend or to what is customary. His decision to pursue art went against the grain of his family's business background. Ahead of the curve. More innovative or advanced than others. Their company is always ahead of the curve when it comes to new technology. All bark and no bite. Full of talk but lacking action or power, threatening but not willing to act. Don't worry about his threats, he's all bark and no bite. All bets are off. A situation has changed so that previous agreements or plans no longer apply. When the main investor pulled out, all bets were off for the new project. All ears. Fully listening, eager to hear. Tell me about your trip, I'm all ears. All hands on deck. A situation in which everyone available is needed to help. We have a big deadline tomorrow, so it's all hands on deck. All in a day's work. Something normal or expected, even if it is difficult or unusual. Fixing a leaky faucet at midnight is all in a day's work for a plumber. All over the map. Disorganized, inconsistent, or erratic. His arguments during the debate were all over the map, making it hard to follow. All the rage. Very fashionable or popular at a particular time. That new dance craze is all the rage right now. An arm and a leg. Very expensive. That designer handbag cost her an arm and a leg. Another string to your bow. An additional skill or resource that you can use. Learning a new language is another string to your bow for career opportunities. Apple of discord. Something that causes trouble, arguments, or jealousy. The inheritance became an apple of discord among the siblings. At cross purposes. Of two or more people having a misunderstanding because of different intentions. We kept talking past each other. It turned out we were at cross purposes. At loggerheads. In conflict or disagreement. The two departments have been at loggerheads over budget allocations for months. At the drop of a hat. Immediately, without hesitation. He's always ready to go on an adventure at the drop of a hat. Back to square one. To return to the beginning after a failure or a wrong turn. Our plan failed, so now we're back to square one. Backhanded compliment. A compliment that is also an insult. You're surprisingly intelligent for someone who never reads, was a backhanded compliment. Bad blood. Feelings of anger or hatred between people. There's been bad blood between the two families for generations. Bark up the wrong tree. To be pursuing a mistaken or misguided line of thought or action. If you think I stole your money, you're barking up the wrong tree. Batten down the hatches. To prepare for a difficulty or crisis. The company is battening down the hatches for a possible economic recession. Beat around the bush. To avoid getting to the point, to speak indirectly. Stop beating around the bush and tell me what you really think. Behind the eight ball. In a difficult or disadvantageous position. With the project running behind schedule, we're really behind the eight ball. Bend over backward. To try extremely hard to help or please someone. I bent over backward to make sure she was happy, but it was never enough. Between a rock and a hard place. Faced with two equally difficult or undesirable alternatives. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Either I upset my family or I upset my friends. Bite the bullet. To endure a difficult or unpleasant situation. I had to bite the bullet and work extra hours to finish the project on time. Bite the dust. To fail, to die. Many small businesses bit the dust during the recession. Bite your tongue. To stop yourself from saying something that you want to say, especially something that might be offensive or impolite. I had to bite my tongue to keep from telling him what I really thought. Blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of effort, hard work, and suffering. Building this company took years of blood, sweat, and tears.